Hey y'all, hey hi, how you doing? Listen, this is gonna be real quick just cause I wanted to get back in here and talk to you guys because I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. So I've been on vacation and I had a blast. I was in Hawaii. But anyway, hey cousins, welcome back to Book Talk from Sally Walks. This is me, your host, Sally Walks, and I hope that you guys are having a great summer thus far. I hope that you have read at least one book thus far. And today I really just wanted to talk about what made me fall in love with reading and writing. Because I think it's important that people know that reading and or writing is not always a punishment, even though let me tell you, I had to write plenty of book reports and plenty of sentences in my day as a form of punishment. I almost would have rather a whooping, okay? But I digress. So growing up, during the summer, my parents, my aunties, my grandma, anybody that I stayed with during the summer always made it a point that yes, you can have fun. Yes, this is summer, but you still need to do a little bit of work also too as well, as in order not to lose whatever you learn throughout that school year. And my aunt Emily, who is also my godmother, was one of the ones who made sure that me and my sister cousins, Stacy, Margaret, whomever, and yes, I'm calling out their names. I hope they don't get mad. But she made sure that we all read a book. And the topic of this discussion today, or this podcast today, came about because over my vacation, my sister cousin Stacy was like, I wonder, did Aunt Emily read those books that she had us doing the book reports on? So of course, we asked her, and she said yes. And I wanted to go back to that moment because when we started laughing and joking about it, about how she really did read our book reports, and if the book report was not what she deemed good enough to describe the whole book, she made us rewrite it. And we didn't type on no computer, y'all. We had to handwrite it, and it had to be at least 5 pages long. She wanted us to write a good lengthy book report, and we had to do this every summer. We had to read a book. And so I think that my joy came from the fact that she didn't restrict us. Emily said, as long as you're reading and you can tell me what the book is about, you can describe it, and you read it in a timely fashion, you can read the book. She read anything, and she made sure that we could read anything that we were able to comprehend as well. She did not restrict us. I read Sister Soldier. I read that book, staying with Aunt Emily. Now, y'all, I probably shouldn't have been reading it at that time. I read some hot and spicy Zane books, staying with Aunt Emily over the summer. And she read them. She read our book reports, and she was okay with it. And I think that made me fall in love with Black authors as well. Now, Aunt Emily read anything from Daniel Steele to Sister Soldier to Zane. She read it all. And starting out with us, she started out obviously when we were young. She read stuff like Charlotte's Web. She read stuff like Harry Potter. We read Twilight. We read some of everything. And if we were really good, the books that were turned into movies, she rewarded us by allowing us to go see them. So I've seen all the Harry Potter movies, and I've read all the Harry Potter books. We read Twilight. I didn't really care for the movies, but we read them, and we got to go see the movies. And I really hope that as a millennial, I don't have any children, but I encourage my friends to make sure that their children are reading as well. And I try to let them know that reading can be fun. Reading can be fun and rewarding. I don't ever want any of us to fall under the stereotype of, if you want to hide it, put it in a book. I don't know if you guys heard that. It's a little old country saying that used to be told to us. But no, reading was so enjoyable. I also feel like I really enjoy audiobooks because Aunt Emily was the queen of the audiobook, the original audiobook, okay? We would go to the library And she would pick out the cassettes. Y'all remember cassettes? It's them little things that you used to put in the radio back in the day and ride around as a cassette player. So Aunt Emily would get cassettes from the library and we would listen to books while we rode and did errands. And she would let us pick out one as well. We could pick out books. We picked out whatever. It was such a fun time for us during the summer. We had a library card. We would go and we would just pick out books. And I just really felt the joy in that. We also went to summer camp. And one of the things we did while at summer camp, it didn't matter. If you had your work to be done, if you got finished with your work, you picked up your book. So I think that it's important that everyone realizes that reading can be enjoyable. It's something you can share with your children. It is something that you can entice your children to do. Like I said, she used to take us to go see the movies. Something my grandparents used to do, if you finish this book and you can tell us about this book, we will reward you. We'll give you $5. Back then, $5 was a lot of money. Don't play with me. Anyway, so they would give us $5 or so, and we could spend our money on whatever we wanted to spend it on. I just know that outside of reading itself being the reward, we also got things that let you know, hey, this is a good thing you are doing. We are proud of you, and they reward it. Now, writing is a little more tricky because at first I did not enjoy writing. I told y'all how Aunt Emily used to make me sit at that table and write sentences when I used to get in trouble. I mean, and sometimes I would have to write 1,000 sentences at a time, and nobody could help you. But writing became enjoyable for me when I was in school and I had to do a program that made me have to write in a journal every day. And I feel like I really enjoyed telling stories. I would tell stories about something that may have happened at home, about something that may have happened during the summer. I would just write stories, and then I would make up characters. I'll make up characters, and a lot of times, even today when I'm writing, I like to imagine myself as the main character. So that's when writing became enjoyable for me, because writing was almost like an escape. If I was having a bad day, or I was not in a good mood, or whatever, what have you, writing was my escape. I would write in my journal, and I would make up little names for the characters, and maybe today my name is Keisha, and Keisha is having a bad day. Or maybe my name is Ashley, and Ashley is a uppity, preppy girl who nobody likes. So I would just make up different characters, and this would be how I expressed my mood. No matter what made me enjoy writing or reading, I feel like all of these things, all of these memories from my childhood is what makes me who I am today. And I am happy to share those experiences with you guys throughout this podcast, throughout my TikToks or what have you. I am just really happy to share my experiences. And I hope that maybe if you come across my podcast or my TikTok or whatever, my Snapchat, that it encourages you also to as well to be a writer or to be a reader. I hope that it invites you to join a community of people who have like-minded ideas with you. I hope that if you enjoy romance books, that it finds you. I hope that no matter what it is, you find your niche. So honey, I like all kinds of books. I think that is something that Aunt Emily pushed on me, and it really just stuck. She can read she's a preacher's wife, you guys, and I think it is so awesome that she's like, yeah, I read a book, I read a crime book, and I just skip right on over the curse words, and I just keep on pushing, especially if the plot is good. So I really feel like that's me. Now, I enjoy the cussing because I do quite a bit. And I do have a Christian book coming out that I'm going to let my Aunt Emily read, actually. And I hope she enjoys it. When I let her read it and she give me her feedback, y'all know I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell y'all all about it, because I think it is going to be enjoyable. One thing I can say about my family is they are extremely, and when I say extremely, y'all's aunties and uncles and cousins, y'all, your people in this family, y'all, they are real supportive. But if they don't like something, they'll hit you with the, bless your heart, this is just not for me. So I'm curious to see how she's gonna react to it. I think she's gonna love it. I think she's gonna be very supportive, because she was trying to read the other stuff, and I don't know if y'all have read My Funny Valentine, which is the first book that I published. Emily absolutely had no business reading it, but my sister cousin Margaret got the book, and she is obviously a preacher's kid. I ain't want her to read it either, y'all. So, anyway, I'm getting off track. Y'all just always distracting me. Anyway, this was just supposed to be a quick little podcast to let y'all know that I'm back like I never left, that I missed y'all and I love y'all. And there are 4 books in the Empire of Karma series out now. And I look forward to talking to you guys. I look forward to building this community that I keep talking about, because we all need a village. We all need a community. We all need support from like-minded individuals. And I want y'all to get in here. I want you to subscribe. I want everybody to tell somebody so that we can all talk to one another. And if you got any suggestions on books to read, I prefer audiobooks, but I do read paper books as well. If you have any suggestions, please send them to me. Also, too, as well, please subscribe to all the things. I'm really trying to build a following. I'm really trying my best to build a community so that we can all have a safe space to talk about none other than books. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead on and close this out. This has been a pleasure to be back here in front of the camera talking to you guys. As always, take care. Goodbye for now. Peace.